You know what is so telling about these whack jobs is that they sit there going, triggered much? Now, you know why they say that? Because their purpose their purpose is to hopefully, in their opinion, harass somebody into stressful situation and I don't even like to repeat the words of what their actual purpose and mission is, but um yeah. Cindy, you honestly think I'm jealous of Bama or her child? No. Do you know how many times I have said my sympathy goes out to her, and yet you people, not good people, but people, um, and I use that term lightly, but want to pretend that, like, Cindy wants to pretend that she didn't sit there with two people supposedly having their own issues of cancer, her herself having her own dealings with, loved ones, family members, whatever, and sitting there laughing that What's Up says I can't drive in my convertible because my wig would blow off. So I have to use the back roads if I use the convertible because on the highway, I don't have a wig. Now, Cindy, I didn't hear you say, what's up? That's pretty rotten. I didn't say Bama say that. But I did see Cindy Infinity laugh about the big toboggan on my head when I was bald. It was a beanie, not a sled. Or being in the hospital doesn't prove cancer. You didn't have a problem with that. In fact, you put laughing emojis in there and said the toboggan, Bama. You do know that I'm not triggered. But that's probably the last thing you people would like me to be. And you sit there and you go, empty threats, empty threats. It's like they want to keep doing things until they're not empty threats. And I mean about, like, authorities and stuff. Which makes me think they're ridiculous. Sydney, why the fuck are you even involving yourself in something? Is it so you could lie? When you're not getting your daily dosage of lying or trying to diagnose somebody? And yet, the time when they're patting themselves on the back, the words exactly as they put it are, triggered much? Ha 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 ha. So, why would you want to go out around in life, even if it wasn't me, trying to trigger people and then feeling validation from that. Where you're like clapping each other on the back and stuff. You understand? What are you going to do next? Find, what's your next, who's your next target? Who's your next, that's the point. The fact that they're proud and use the words triggered much, ha 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 ha, and laughing emojis is so indicative that their end game is to trigger someone. It wouldn't matter who. So next time, it might be somebody you love. What's next for them? Serious. What's next for them? Your cousin, you, your friend's kid. Somebody who maybe has a past history of depression and they go around. I'm talking about somebody else. Okay? Their next target. I'm trying to make people understand that one person can't bully. Usually they pick one person if there's a bully. I mean, I don't even understand it. A bully? I've never been a bully in my life. I'm 5'6" and 120 pounds. Excuse me, please. Let's just say that even in the past, let's just say even in the past, we don't know anything about these people. We don't know it in the past. Well, some of them we do know that in the past they took part in actual resulting in death activities. Some of them we do know that, and that's a fact. These people welcome some of those people around them. I tend to say, okay, that's nothing I even want to, know. It's really, now that is really strange to me, that to see that there's certain people in the world that will never use social media again. And then there's people who were responsible, almost directly, indirectly, directly, for their demise. Still kicking around on social media doing the same shit to somebody else. Now, if you don't believe me, it's a fact. It's a fact. There's people out there that partook indirectly and a bit directly in people taking their own life because of what they were doing, and still using social media to do the same stuff. Imagine if you were a family member or a parent of those people. Imagine. Oh, I have to laugh at these people talking about who pays for my gas, who pays for this, who pays for that. Shut the fuck up, man. It's your fucking own business. Worrying about who pays for my gas. Acting like I've never been a... These are losers. They gotta be. They gotta be losers, man. They gotta be losers. And they can't accept responsibility for their own actions, but not accept that that uh, they must have eyes. I mean, and ears. There's no way they can't possibly see what the live streams and the shit they say in the rooms is, but they're so caught up and happy that it's not happening to them that they're more than happy to fucking join in because they honestly believe there'll never be a time that it's them. I sat and listened. Now this might. Listen. I was listening just a tad bit to Hi Serenity Smile. I know Serenity, and isn't it weird that in their live streams where they're bashing me and acting like I'm doing something wrong to people, Cindy Infinity didn't want to bring up the fact that I'm being accused. And even then, it's like, and even then, she said 10-ounce bottle and it's 4. Like, I'm the only person in the world who can't have a fucking bottle of Armora. Amy wants me to run out and prove it, but wants to say, who am I to say when Obama's saying that me being actually hooked up to a chemotherapy machine and bald in an actual hospital doesn't prove I have cancer. So I'm supposed to prove it, right? I'm supposed to prove everything. But they never have to. I mean, but Cindy Infinity wants to make up that I'm jealous of Obama and her daughter. Why would I be jealous? And keep saying you should have compassion for her. Of course I do. I have compassion for Connie M. But it doesn't matter how many times I say it. They only hear what they want. Just like they don't see that whole debacle about Armor. Hi, Buns. Lady from London, Serenity Smiles. Yeah, I'm jealous of a sick child. I, I mean, no, I feel horrified for both of them. It's a terrible thing. But does it matter if Cindy even knows that I heard Lou This was a long time ago. Feeling sad or whatever, talking about her hair. And because I can never type in a room, but I had a lace cap wig, I don't know, right? And I didn't know if she was expecting to become, um, more, I don't know, but I texted Cindy. I said, look, Cindy, I saw Cindy texting in there a while ago and said, look, I know she doesn't like me much, but I could mail it to you and maybe you could mail it to her. It's, my wig from, then I didn't even use it, I said, because I just wore the beanie. Luckily it was winter and whatever. Uh, but she never did. She never did. Now, I don't understand. Then what I did to prudently and Tanger, I didn't do anything. I know, right? You're right about that lady from London because in her video, her short or whatever, she says, uh, she goes, now correct me if I'm wrong, but not usually. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's armor on. Anybody can clearly see it. I don't even know why I'm having to thank myself against armor all or having to say I'm not jealous. I feel I've said it over and over again. Yeah, she said, but not usually. As if like people don't have misunderstandings. For her, it's right or wrong. And then she's like, fucking like, just she's like, but the thing is that the words triggered is what they use. Not to me, to be even trying to trigger people and then be proud of it if she thinks I'm triggered. What exactly am I triggered about? Something ridiculous? Thank you, Serenity. Incomprehensible to me. I've never seen even a movie like where people have done this. I've seen movies where people have faked stuff, but I've never seen movies where people have or anything. I've never seen anything like it. Thank God. I mean that. Oh my God, these people are sick, sick, man, sick. Maybe I needed to get stronger for a further battle. Maybe it was for a purpose to like strengthen me for something. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna believe that like what they try to tell me that it's karma and I'm an evil person and I've never been a good person and I gotta think about how evil I am and I'm not gonna believe that. I know who I am. I know right before I got cancer, I donated 20. I know it's not much, but $25 to the. It's yeah. I usually I say something like that, but I to the breast cancer association. Hold on one minute, please. Beyond the pale, does that mean like darker? I don't know if you're still here, but I don't know if anybody can hear me still. I had to take a phone call and then, talked a little bit. Feel really bad about that. About like answering the phone call and then. Hi, lady from London. Okay. Yeah, what bothers me is the fact that we don't know anything about like these people. We don't know if they've been doing this kind of behavior. We do know about some of them, but not all of them. Like we don't know how many of them, like know each other and possibly continue, with the whole, I mean, I hate to say it, but like aggressive bullying. We don't know what these people do. People are sick. People are sick. I mean, sick. Can you imagine that it was like February 1st? For around that time, maybe a little bit around that time, early February, whatever. Somebody insists on, even though you're like, no, 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 don't worry about it, I'll figure it out. You're too kind, insists on doing a kind gesture that you didn't ask them, right, for. And now all I hear about is how everybody bought their own tires. Well, except for Mary. Mary, we know that isn't true. Because she had her cash strapped thing. But that within 13 days and up to like every day since 13 days after. Could you imagine? It rises $75. This debt, so-called. Even though my tires didn't cost $175. And everybody talks about it. 13 days. Within 13 days, it became public information. This insisted upon so-called kind gesture. And now all I ever hear about is I couldn't buy my own fucking tires. And I won't pay the person back. I never even got a chance. But every day, Even that dingling, what's limp, fucking writes that everywhere. These people call me a PEDO. Is that sick or what? Cindy, whom I've only ever been kind to, is saying I'm jealous of. I mean, it's so. Yeah, she offered it. It's like insisted upon it and said, "No, you can pay me back even the smallest amount whenever you can." And within 13 days, it was risen to 175, and everybody in the community talking about. I never even called Mr. Tim at 5 in the morning and asked him to give me $50. But now every channel is running with that. Like, that's truth. It isn't truth. It ain't truth. They think that I'm like, if they've been doing this kind of shit to people for a long time, and maybe they're on a live trolling and their aggressive campaign, and who knows, maybe they're all taking bets. Oh, who can do it the best? Who can make this person unalive themselves first? Behind in their little fucking powwows. Oh, I know, Amy. You can call it a conspiracy theory all you like, buddy. But yeah, okay. Um, like, who knows? Like, there could be people out there who their kind of shit has worked before. This is their thing. This has worked before for them. And, making somebody take their own life. Literally, this has worked before for them. Truly. These are people who love to use the word triggered, because that's their goal, is to trigger somebody. That's what validates people. Who would do that? Who wants to do that? Now, how do you trigger somebody? Oh, you take their worst something in their life and you keep ridiculing it and mentioning it. Oh, is that what they do? Oh, that would be how people get triggered, right? Please. I'm not triggered. Is that even the real net? You think I'm triggered? I'm appalled. What does triggered even mean? I mean, I don't even think that's the real net. I just think that's a stupid statement. You're triggered now, SG. Gee, even if I was, do you understand the point of what I'm saying? That wanting to trigger people is wrong. That's what I'm saying. It's wrong to feel proud that you've made somebody feel a certain kind of way. Oh, how could we make them feel this way? Oh, we'll talk about, ooh, cancer, or if it's something else that's happened to them in their life, we'll talk about this. And she's going, you know, you've lost the debate. When, bitch, I ain't in no debate with you. I have to debate you. I don't even know you, lady. You're never gonna win over facts about me and my life. Are you fucking stupid? Stupid thing to say. You've lost the debate when you... Amy, trust and believe. I'm not in a debate with you. I'm not in an argument with you. I'm just shaking my head wondering, like, is this fucking not gonna be okay? Same with you, Cindy. And you know what? Just, just so you guys know, I know there is nice people watching, but I just want you to know it's a shame. I want you to picture in your head if you were standing somewhere and there was a bunch of assholes and they beat somebody to death, and people who thought, well, I'm not going to get involved, stood and watched and you walked away and you thought you were protecting yourself. I want you to think about the people who stood and watched their neighbors get hauled away in the middle of the night to places like the Gulag and stuff, and or to concentration camps. And then they maybe went into those people's houses after they were hauled out of their homes. After those neighbors said, here, take this, we won't need it anymore, because they knew what was going to happen to them. And then I want you to think about the generation of their family members that maintained a kosher kitchen with kosher dinnerware and plates and stuff, and how many years they did that, and then people just trotting on it underfoot and maybe even eating off it, but not keeping it kosher anymore. And for the person who had the kosher kitchen, shitting in the same bowl that they had to eat out of and wash with rain soap. Thank you, Lady from London. And how they felt It didn't matter what was done to them now. It was already done. It was already done just by that bowl not being kosher. And the many people that silently will stand by and think things won't affect them. And maybe it won't. But I want you to know that silence is just as hurtful and tragic as words. It really is. What did I do to Bobbles? What are you talking about? What did I do to Bobbles? What are you talking about? What did I do to Bobbles? Okay. I don't know. You tell me, I guess. I don't know. Right, no, I didn't, Sarah. No, I didn't, Sarah. Untrue. It is, right? No, I didn't. Do you know any history or anything about anything that went on or anything? Anything at all? Like, do you know? Huh. Thousands of people saw the live stream of telling everybody I had a busted implant and not breast cancer. She said I did that. I didn't do that. I wasn't. I'm not arguing about it. Anyway. Hi, Jennifer. I, so, are you mad about that, Sarah? Hi, Simka. You think that referring to me as a one-titted freak ever was okay? You do know that people have had mastectomies, and he didn't even really refer to me. He kind of said it in a general kind of way. Ain't no use for a one-titted freak. So, yeah, late to the party, it seems. I put thoughts and words in their mouths. What do you mean your grandfather used to tell you what went on? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Sarah. Your grandfather. Yeah, trying to cause trouble. a lot of people, I guess, I don't know. I just, oh, in the war. Oh, in the war. Oh, I didn't know what she meant there. Sorry, I had myself muted by accident. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, that particular comment was, she said that was all just kidding and all in fun. I didn't even think, but whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not looking to fight with the whole entire world. You know what I mean? Like, I did choose a bit. Uh, um, I mean, that is sad, yeah. Well, anyway, you guys, I gotta run out. I appreciate you all. So, I gotta run out. I got an errand to do. I appreciate you guys, and I will come back on later. Peace, love, and tacos.